We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Check, check. Watch what he threw. Watch what he threw. Here we go. Here we go. Jump. Check three.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's McCoy. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Well, this week one matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And able to find John Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing half.
Allen hands off to McCoy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check right 54. Right 54. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. Shoot.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
At the 42-yard line.
319. 54. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 2nd down, Allen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This fielded at the 2. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
He's checking.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Allen. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Crowder now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold, this one caught by Crowder. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the catch, it's Crowder. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd down and goal. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen throwing again. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. He may try and run for this. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First down, Buffalo.
Mike. Round 80. Mike, spot 4. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
On first down, Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now it's Crowder. Takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Out left to Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Don't get nervous. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Young lady.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Rush in.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Allen's throw is complete, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Bills.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
First down, Buffalo.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, check.
Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, Bell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Allen. taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A final shot before half for Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. So we are at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
After the penalty, it's Bell. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Just like that.
Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Leonard Williams. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Powell takes it from Darnold. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 36, Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Mason Foster. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold with a draw play, gives to Powell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 9, Allen on the left side, he finds Beasley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And the Bills' first down.
Allen now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
This is McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Total.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route.
Check. Kill. He got the red 80.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think Le'Veon Bell's now recognized mainly for his hesitation move, but he makes so many people miss. I think that's what makes him an elite runner in this league.
He's been doing that since high school when he was a Groveport Cruiser in Ohio and on to Michigan State and now into the National Football League. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Check 50. Check 50. Ready? Switch gears.
Here's Bell. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5. That's the end of the
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. From the 50, it's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Undercrush. Alert flare.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Keep playing.
Now third and
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I got one. Slam. Red 80. Whip. Watch the whip.
Open man is Anderson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Mike 3. Coming to you. Red 80. Mike 3. Combo. Oh, you got deep?
3rd and 2, Darnold. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Allen now looks to throw. And the grab by Croft. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good.
Mike 54. We own it.
Now Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He hits Beasley right side. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Allen, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
6 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And again, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A first throw for the backup Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run on first down. Powell. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.